Hello, and thank you for joining us for Lunchtime News on KBC Channel 1. We are live from the Broadcasting House in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. My name is Giverson, Maina. Our sign language interpreter is Byron Abuli. Join us for the next half an hour or so for news within, of course, across the country, including sports. And plus, of course, start interacting with the social media platforms at KBC Channel 1 and at Giverson, Maina. And now we begin with a sad note. Now, 8 people died on the spot in a horrific road accident at Murufara along the Mwea-Embu Highway in Kirinyaga County. The accident occurred after a tuk-tuk ferrying farm workers collided head-on with a speeding parcel truck. The farm workers were en route to Mwea irrigation scheme to plant rice where the accident occurred. Preliminary reports indicated the truck driver was attempting to avoid potholes when he rammed into the tuk-tuk. 3 people, including the driver of the parcel truck, sustained injuries and were rushed to Kirogoya Level 5 Hospital for treatment. Now, residents have renewed calls for the Ministry of Roads to fast-track rehabilitation of the Mwea-Embu Highway and install speed bumps at identified black spots to prevent a further loss of lives. Now, this incident brings to 15 the total number of people killed in road accidents in the country in the last 48 hours. On Thursday night, 7 people died following a road crash at Band Forest along the Eldoret-Nakuru Highway.
Lori imeweza kugongana kichwa kwa kichwa na tuk-tuk ambayo ilikuwa imebeba zaidi ya watu 9 na wakaweza kuangamia wote. Inasemekana kwamba ilikuwa inajaribu kupotelea mashimo ambayo ilikatwa kwa barabara wakati barabara ilikuwa inafanyiwa ujenzi, na hapo tukaweza kupoteza zaidi ya watu ama ya mioyo 9.
Hapa ndo kumekuwa na accident ya lori ya kampuni ya Fago na tuk-tuk yenye ilikuwa imebeba wamama wakienda kupanda mchere kutoka Kibebe.
Kila wakati hapa kutoka hapa Mwea kwenda mpaka Kibebe kumekuwa na accident mingi sana. Leo tumepoteza watu 9 na ni huzuni sana.
Mashimo imejaa huku, bumps hakuna, watu jengea hata kama ni highway bana.
Our condolences to the families of the affected. Now, away from that, head of public service, Henry Koskei, has implored students, teachers, parents, and the stakeholders to work together to sustain good results, progress, improve the learning environment, and nature discipline, among other disciplines. I was speaking at St. Peter's Sober Senior School in Kapkitani, Tinderet, Nandi County, where he attended a prayer day service for KCC candidates. Koskei said that investment in children's education has transformed lives and helped create a more stable world.
Pesa sana wazazi kwa sababu bila hao kushughulikia maneno ya school fees, bila hao wapatie wanafunzi na basi nzuri wakiwa nyumbani wasome, ingekuwa ngumu sana kwa hao watoto wapate matokeo vile tunaona. Investment ile mnaweka kwa masomo ni investment ya maisha, kwa sababu mtoto akisoma, that is a sure inheritance ile umewachia mtoto.
Now we switch gears to matters politics now. The Luhya Elders Forum has endorsed Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna in his bid to seek the country's top seat. Now the elders have also urged the senator to hold talks with his friends in the United Opposition seeking the same seat. Now elsewhere, leaders allied to the United Democratic Alliance UDA in Kakamega County are calling for all political parties in the broad-based government to be involved in planning and implementing government programs, particularly grassroots development projects. Here's more.
The race to succeed President William Ruto is gaining momentum after the Luhya Elders Forum endorsed Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna in his bid to seek the country's top seat, saying he possessed the qualities of natural leader.
And we are saying to Sifuna, join your brothers and sisters in looking for position number 1 in this country. Sifuna alone can't do it, and you are aware of that. We are dealing with very seasoned politicians he has emerged naturally, and we think he will continue to emerge, and we believe even the others will support him to be the president.
And that's the day they will appreciate.
Elsewhere, leaders allied to the United Democratic Alliance in Kakamega County are calling for all political parties in the broad-based government to be involved in planning and implementing government programs, particularly grassroots development projects.
Programs za broad-based zihusishwe vyama zote, na hiyo ndio kwa sababu hiyo broad-based itatoka sawa sawa. Kama wakifanya maneno yao kando na wana UDA, hiyo picha ya broad-based haitoki sawa sawa. Tunataka hii broad-based iwe inaonekana on paper na pia on the ground in practice.
Meanwhile, UDA National Organizing Secretary and Mwala lawmaker Vincent Nutsioka Kawaya has urged opposition leaders to stop misleading Kenyans by pretending there is a perfect government elsewhere, insisting that the solution is to work with the Kenya Kwanza administration instead of fueling political divisions.
Hakuna serikali perfect. Serikali lazima yale mashida yako hapo tusaidiane pamoja kuyatatua, and that is why I am asking the opposition team, wengi wao, you must be careful with Gachagua. Run away when you still can, kwa sababu you can't trust that guy. Atakuja kuwatesa hapo mwisho. Kujani tuungane na William Samoei Ruto tuongeza mabarabara hapa Ukambani.
In the meantime, People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua has dismissed attempts to turn Kenya into a one-party state, insisting the country is a democratic republic where every political party has a constitutional right to seek support from voters across the country.
We have been very busy as parties, propagating our ideals and popularizing ourselves within the country, and that's why you have seen almost every party is now popularizing itself. The strength of our parties is the strength of the united opposition. So the phase we are in is very important. We are also here to invite those who want to vie to join PLP and vie under it. Perish the thought that at any one given time we shall return to one-party politics, whether in the opposition or in the opposite side.
And a section of leaders in Kakamega, led by a women's rights advisor to the president, Harriet Shigai, are now urging women to continue praying for the nation's stability and peace as the country heads to the polls.
Hii sauti yetu itakuwa nguvu zaidi mkisimama na sisi. Yangu ni kuwaomba kwa unyenyekevu mtushikilie katika maombi. Mshikilie Mheshimiwa Rais katika maombi. Our chief na county commissioners team ambayo wako hapa, muwashikilie katika maombi. Kwa sababu mkishikilia uongozi wenu hata ya kanisa na maombi, si Mwenyezi Mungu anasikia.
Timothy Kipnusu for Lunchtime News.
Now to another sad story in Migori County. The family of a Kenya Medical Training College Nairobi campus student who was found dead in her hostel room last month is appealing for swift investigations into her death. Now, Anne Adhiambo was laid to rest at her home in Awendo sub-county, Migori County. Family and church leaders called for justice and expressed hope that investigations will establish the circumstances surrounding her death. A post-mortem report found that Anne died from suffocation and multiple internal injuries. According to Anne's father, the loss of his only daughter has left the family devastated. He expressed hope that the ongoing investigations will establish those responsible and help the family find closure. Adhiambo was found dead on 7th of July this year.
Demanding that those CCTV footages be provided so that the evidence can be able to be found. It is very unfortunate that the burial is being done today and no one has been arrested.
Postmortem was done. We found the reports of the postmortem that there was a blank object 2, which was head in the head, and it seems as if the oxygen was cut off. The roommate said on a Sunday before Tuesday, there were 5 ladies who assaulted her when she was going to church because of her clothes. So I'm pleading to the nation, I'm pleading to the Department of DCI for me to get a tangible report who killed my daughter.
Now a crossover to Isiolo County, where family and friends of slain Isiolo business lady Angelina Kananu Lishira and Isiolo business community members are accusing police of inaction in probing her fatal shooting 11 days ago. Led by her sister Regina Kinya Lishira and Kezia Kafiredu, a friend of the deceased, they are faulting detectives for failing to update the family on the investigations and make an effort towards arresting her killers. Now her family says the 52-year-old lady was shot dead by unknown gunmen on the evening of 20th July, shortly after closing her shop at the Isiolo Market Matatu terminus. Now, she was on a motorcycle heading home when the attackers struck. Her killing sparked a protest as irate traders barricaded roads in Isiolo town to express their outrage of increased insecurity and demand justice.
Leo tumepoteza watu karibu 6. Nao watu 6 wote wanauliwa na bunduki. Ukweli urongo? Ukweli. Mtu wa mwisho kuuliwa ni Kananu, mwanabiashara hapa katika kaunti ya Isiolo. Na aliuliwa na bunduki. Na aliundiwa saa 1. Ni kwa nini leo ni siku ya 11 na watu wa security hawajatupatia haki sisi kama wanabiashara wa kaunti ya Isiolo? Tuko na maswali mingi kwa sababu ya insecurities ambayo inaendelea katika kaunti ya Isiolo. Je, ni nani anauza bunduki katika mji wa kaunti ya Isiolo? Je, ni nani duka yenye inauza bunduki, silaha haramu ya kuangaisha wakaaji wa kaunti ya Isiolo? Leo tunasika vijana, tunasika wazee, tunasika wakina mama ambao ni watu ambao wanajifanyia biashara zao. Je, haki ya mwana Isiolo iko wapi?
And may justice be served to the affected family. And on that note, we take a short commercial break. Don't go too far. There's still so much more coming your way.
Get ready for a captivating continental football extravaganza. KBC Channel 1 brings you exclusive coverage of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON. From Sunday the 26th of July to Sunday the 16th of August 2026, welcome to Morocco is the battleground as Nigeria defend their title against 15 other nations fighting to lift the prestigious trophy. Who will be crowned Queens of African Football? Courtesy of the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, watch all the action unraveling on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Do you save for retirement?
Kwani mimi ni mzee? I'm still young and I've got plenty of time to start saving later. Then again, si watu wa jua kali, hatunanga hizo ma pension plans.
Kwani ujui unaweza register with an individual pension plan yenye iko regulated na RBA?
Inawakaje?
Una deposit any amount of money at any time na uko guaranteed ukikuwa mzee maisha yako itakuwa nywe.
Baadaye vile nakushauri ni ukweli. Hadi mimi boost savings zangu kwa scheme yetu ya job.
Really?
Nilijua siwezi kuwa kijana forever. Sis, usikose kujipanga mapema. Tutakuwa wazee wa maana.
Hebu nionyesheni kuwa mzee wa maana.
Ensure you save and plan for your retirement during your youthful working days. Provided you are earning an income, you can join our retirement benefit scheme registered by Retirement Benefits Authority and safeguard your tomorrow. RBA, safeguarding your retirement benefits.
We're talking about autism, Down syndrome, ADHD, learning disabilities, cerebral palsy. So these are disabilities that most of the time don't look obvious.
On this week's episode, we are reminding communities that neurodiversity is not a deficit to be fixed, but rather a unique perspective to be understood, celebrated, and embraced.
Our medics need to be more understanding, more empathetic, more bold, because some of the times when I see the delivery of our diagnostics, you feel that It should have been handled better. I should have been told sooner.
One of the things that you really want as a parent is your child independence. So you might take it for granted, like every child is able to dress themselves, but a child with autism, those are some of the challenges that they face.
Join us on Able Differently this Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Huh? Is it true? She's really a girl?
No wonder you didn't answer the phone. It turns out you were idling around.
Wow, that is a great move. Come on! 7! 6! Yes! We got them now! Keep going! 3! 2! 1! You were back! Yes!
Nice.
And now, welcome back. You're watching KBC Channel 1. And now, let's take you to Mombasa County, where Kenya's permanent representative to the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, Mama Ida Odinga, has commended Mombasa County's investment in early childhood education. Now, speaking during the opening of a new early childhood development education facility at Maganda in Jomvu constituency, Mama Ida said that the institution fulfills a vision that began a year ago when the late Raila Odinga laid its foundation stone. Now, she praised the Mombasa County government for turning the vision into a functioning school. Mama Ida challenged those in leadership to invest in a memorable legacy, saying that true leadership is measured by delivering lasting institutions that benefit communities.
I congratulate the governor today for ensuring that this vision did not remain a ceremonial foundation today, but because of his work, we now have thousands and families in this place whose children are going to these schools. Because I always believe that every child is gifted. Hakuna yule mtoto ambaye anazaliwa bure. Kila mtoto anazaliwa na kitu.
Watoto wa chekechea wote wasome bure. Hii leo tuko na watoto 13,131 kwa muda wa miaka 4. Mama watoto wa chekechea ambao wameingia katika shule za kaunti wameongezeka na 4,000. Tangu tukiingia walikuwa ni watoto 8,000, sasa hii tumefika watoto 13,131. Samahani, tumeongeza na 5,000 idadi ya watoto ambao kwamba wako katika shule za chekechea.
Now, still matters education. As Kenya continues to grapple with rising youth unemployment, graduates have been urged to become job creators rather than job seekers. They are challenged to create opportunities that drive the economic growth and transform society. Now, speaking during the 29th graduation ceremony at African Nazarene University, leaders urged the 547 graduates to go into the labor market as innovators and entrepreneurs equipped with character and skills.
We have taught them everything they need to know, prepared them in terms of competency. We have prepared them in terms of character. We have prepared them to go out and serve the community. And they don't need to choose any job. When they go out to the community, they should be prepared to be the one to start companies. So it is not about just looking for jobs. They should be the one to go and create, because that is what we have prepared them for.
We need to continue to invest in young people and develop young people through education. And being a part of this is not just the church, but the contribution that comes from families, friends, the government. We are all partnering in making sure that we continue to develop today's generation of leaders and tomorrow's leaders.
With Kenya's real estate sector expanding and increasing foreign investment, the demand for reliable backup power solutions is on the rise, with businesses increasingly seeking uninterrupted electricity to safeguard operations despite growing adoption of renewable energy. This comes as industry players meet at the ongoing Solar Expo Kenya in Nairobi. Here's more.
Kenya's growing appetite for reliable electricity is creating new opportunities for the backup power industry, driven by rapid urbanization, commercial property development, and increased industrial activity.
To the markets, Kenya, our local markets, people are now getting to know the use of generators as a solution to powering their homes. So most of them are finding it cheaper to use the generators and also solar.
Players in the sector say while electricity access has improved and renewable energy adoption continues to grow, businesses are investing in backup power to minimize operational disruptions.
For the Africa markets, we consider the high temperature, high altitude, outside use, nearby sea use, or residential use. It should be soundproof, really soundproof, super silent type. So we will consider different usage.
Chinese firms in particular are viewing Kenya as a strategic gateway to the wider East African market, with electricity demand expected to rise alongside continued urban growth and industrial expansion. Analysts say businesses are likely to continue investing in diversified energy solutions.
Police in Kajiado North have arrested a 40-year-old man for allegedly cultivating cannabis in Imani, Ololua area. According to Kajiado North Police Commander Felix Moli, police officers received a tip-off from a member of the public leading to the discovery of cannabis, which was planted in seedbeds and containers. Moli said the suspect, who is believed to have been living alone at the house, is being questioned as police conduct further investigations to establish the scale of the operation and whether other people were involved.
Tungependa kuwashukuru wananchi ambao wametupatia habari na tuendelee kuwa encourage wazidi kushirikiana na sisi ili tuweze kuangamiza uhalifu katika hii area, na ni watahadharishe wale ambao wanahusika katika uhalifu. Uhalifu wa aina yote ule, iwe ni mambo ya bangi ama kufunja sheria kwa njia ingine yote ile, ya kwamba tuko macho na tutaendelea kufanya kazi yetu na anytime tutaweza kuwanasa.
Upandaji wa bangi ama huu mmea ambao tumekuwa discovered hapa umeharibu vijana wengi. Sasa tutaendelea na uchunguzi tujue kwamba huu mmea mpandaji ama mshukiwa alianza kufanya hii biashara lini na ni vipi tutakavyokomesha.
Still in Kajiado, thousands of pastoralists across Kenya's arid and semi-arid lands are struggling as climate change, rapid population growth and expanding human activities continue to shrink grazing lands. The crisis is threatening livestock production, food security and the livelihoods of communities that have depended on pastoralism for generations. Speaking during the national conference marking the United Nations 2026 International Year of Rangelands and Pastoralists in Kajiado County, pastoralists and stakeholders from 26 ASAL areas called for action to reverse the situation. Here's more.
We've come here to assure our pastoralists how important rangelands are to the economy of our country. Almost 80% of our country's landmass are covered by rangelands.
One of the things that is challenging the rangelands is the changing climate. You know, we are having really frequent droughts, or when rainfall falls is within a very short time or period that causes flooding. So we are actually working with the pastoralists to preserve their indigenous knowledge that they have been adapting over time. So it's really important that we continue to scale up the initiatives that all of us collectively are doing towards the aspirations that the government of Kenya has in terms of making sure that the rangelands on which the livestock sector depends on.
Now let's get sporty for a moment. Kenya and the People's Republic of China have reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening bilateral relations through sports and cultural exchanges, with both countries identifying martial arts as a key avenue for promoting people-to-people connections. Now, speaking during the inaugural Kung Fu Wushu competition held at the Kasarani Indoor Arena, Chinese ambassador to Kenya, Guo Haiyan, said sports continue to play a vital role in fostering friendship, mutual understanding and cooperation between the two nations.
The championship, which brought together athletes from 8 local wushu clubs, marked a significant milestone in the promotion of the Chinese martial arts in Kenya. Chinese ambassador to Kenya, Guo Haiyan, noted that the growing popularity of wushu in the country reflects the expanding cultural ties between Kenya and China, adding that such exchanges complement the broader strategic partnership shared by the two countries.
Wushu is far more than a sport. It embodies the spiritual essence of Chinese values of harmony, inclusiveness, self-improvement, and perseverance.
The occasion marks a defining milestone in the evolution of the Wushu in Kenya and marks a significant chapter in the enduring friendship between the Republic of Kenya and the People's Republic of China.
The ambassador emphasized that sports diplomacy has become an important pillar in enhancing bilateral cooperation, particularly among the youth. This is through talent development, cultural appreciation, and international exposure.
Every competition has its winners. Friendship and exchange know no borders. I hope this competition will inspire more Kenyan friends to embrace wushu, further advance the development of the sport in Kenya.
The inaugural competition was used as a platform for identifying and nurturing talent while promoting discipline, fitness, and cross-cultural understanding. Frederick Mwoki for Lunchtime News.
Now, Burkina Faso claimed their first ever victory at the ongoing CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON after beating 10-woman Tanzania 2-1 in a dramatic Group B match at the Larbi Zuli Stadium in Casablanca on Friday night. Now, meanwhile, South Africa staged a spirited second-half comeback to rescue a 2-2 draw against Cote d'Ivoire. The draw leaves Group B finally poised heading into the final round of fixtures. Burkina Faso, meanwhile, have moved level with Tanzania on 3 points and now have renewed belief before their final group match.
And they've turned it in, and they've taken the lead for a second time.
Teams South Africa champions.
Middle of the pitch and an early exit, effort on goal, and a brilliant.
Under pressure again, down the middle again. It's exactly the same scenario. Beginning to come out from the South Africans. Oh, that's what they needed. Tembi Katlana showing off, flick forward, in behind. Is this the moment for South Africa? Oh, they've done it! Surely they've rescued a point at the very least.
You know, Kenya's Stephen Dangiri Kihu won silver in men's. Rather, let's retake that. Kenya's Stephen Dangiri Kihu won silver in the men's 10,000 meters race walkers. Team Kenya continued its impressive showing with more podium finishes in athletics at the ongoing Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. Now, Kihu produced a personal best time of 38 minutes 46.57 seconds to finish second behind Australia's Isaac B. Croft, now who claimed a gold in the season's best 38 minutes and 45.5 seconds. In the women's 800 meters final, Lilian Odira added another silver medal for Kenya after clocking 2 minutes and 58 seconds. I'm told that's where we end our lunchtime news here on KBC Channel 1 from the Broadcasting House. My name is Giverson. Maina. Our sign language interpreter is Byron Abulir. But I'm reminded that today is Girlfriend's Day. Now, happy Girlfriend's Day to all women and ladies across the country. See you and bye-bye.